The 48 Laws of Power, book by Robert Greene. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew judgment. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Either way, once found, it is a thumbscrew you can turn to your advantage. Finding the thumbscrew, a strategic plan of action, is a guide on how to identify and exploit a person's weakness. The author argues that everyone has a weakness, and that finding and exploiting this weakness can give you a significant advantage over them. The author provides a number of tips on how to identify a person's weakness, including paying attention to their gestures and unconscious signals, listening carefully to what they say, and probing for their weaknesses indirectly. The author also emphasizes the importance of being able to read people and understand their motivations. The author concludes by reminding the reader that everyone tries to hide their weaknesses, and that the best way to identify them is to look for the little things that they can't control. For example, you might pay attention to how they tip a waiter, what they like to do for fun, or the hidden messages in their clothes. The author also provides a fable to illustrate the importance of finding a person's weakness. In the fable, a lion is chasing a chamois. The chamois jumps across a ravine, and the lion is unable to follow. The lion's friend, the fox, convinces the lion to try to jump across the ravine as well. The lion jumps, but falls and dies. The fox then comes down into the ravine and eats the lion's bones. The moral of the fable is that if you can find a person's weakness, you can use it to your advantage. Unveiling the art of identifying and exploiting weaknesses. In the intricate dance of human interaction, understanding the nuances of behavior becomes a potent tool for those seeking influence. As Sigmund Freud wisely noted, secrets find their way to the surface through gestures and unconscious signals. In this exploration of human psychology, we delve into the art of deciphering these subtle cues to uncover vulnerabilities that can be exploited strategically. It's not merely about what you observe, but where and how you observe, transforming everyday conversations into a goldmine of weaknesses. The power of listening. In the realm of social dynamics, a receptive ear is a catalyst for revelation. By appearing genuinely interested, you create an environment that encourages people to share. A tactic employed by the shrewd French statesman Talleyrand involves seemingly confiding in others, whether the revelation is real or fabricated. This elicits a reciprocal openness, unveiling vulnerabilities that might otherwise remain hidden. Indirect probing. When suspicions arise about someone's weaknesses, indirect probing becomes a valuable strategy. If a person craves love, shower them with flattery. Observe how they respond to compliments, and you may discover their Achilles heel. Sharpen your observational skills to notice subtle cues, such as how someone treats a waiter, their delights, and the messages embedded in their clothing choices. Uncover their idols, and you may find the key to manipulating their desires. The helpless child within. Understanding that most weaknesses stem from childhood is a powerful insight. Childhood experiences, whether of indulgence or unfulfilled emotional needs, leave lasting imprints. Recognizing signs of these vulnerabilities, such as regressive behavior resembling that of a child when touched upon, offers a unique advantage. Fulfilling unmet childhood needs can be the key to gaining control over others. Probing beyond appearances. Surface traits often conceal their opposites. Those who boast about their bravery may harbor deep fears, and a prudish exterior might veil a passionate soul. By digging beyond the obvious, one can discover weaknesses opposite to the qualities presented. This skillful probing enables a deeper understanding of individuals and their vulnerabilities, identifying the weak link. Sometimes, the key to uncovering weaknesses lies in identifying influential figures behind the scenes. These power brokers hold sway over those seemingly in control, making them the weak link. Winning their favor indirectly influences the primary target. Even within seemingly unified groups, there is always a weak link susceptible to pressure. Identifying and leveraging this vulnerability can yield significant influence. Filling emotional voids. Two prevalent emotional voids to exploit are insecurity and unhappiness. Insecure individuals seek validation, making them susceptible to manipulation. Chronically unhappy people provide an opportunity to trace the roots of their discontent and become the supplier of relief. Filling these emotional voids grants substantial power, offering an enduring source of influence. Controlling uncontrollable emotions. Exploiting uncontrollable emotions, such as paranoid fear or base motives like lust, greed, vanity, or hatred, can be a potent strategy. Individuals overwhelmed by these emotions often lose control, providing an opening for external manipulation. Understanding and capitalizing on these emotional vulnerabilities allows one to dictate the narrative. Case study: Irving Paul Lazar's ingenious maneuver. Illustrating these principles, the story of Hollywood superagent Irving Paul Lazar showcases a masterful exploitation of vulnerabilities. Lazar strategically waited for an opportune moment to pitch an idea to studio mogul Jack L. Warner. By understanding Warner's vanity and discomfort, Lazar orchestrated a situation in Palm Springs, leveraging Warner's fear of embarrassment to secure a favorable outcome. In conclusion, the mastery of human psychology, as exemplified by the art of identifying and exploiting weaknesses, offers a nuanced understanding of human behavior. By honing the ability to decipher subtle cues, probe beyond appearances, and strategically exploit vulnerabilities, one gains a powerful tool for navigating the complex web of human interactions. However, ethical considerations must always guide the application of such knowledge, as wielding influence comes with the responsibility to use it judiciously and with integrity. Exploiting weaknesses for dominance. In the intricate dance of power, individuals wield influence through the keen observation and manipulation of others' vulnerabilities. This art of exploiting weaknesses is exemplified throughout history, where master strategists like Cardinal Richelieu, Count Lustig, Catherine de' Medicis, Joseph Duveen, and Otto von Bismarck navigated complex social landscapes to achieve their goals. In this exploration, we delve into key historical instances and timeless principles that illuminate the dynamics of power play. Observance 1. Cardinal Richelieu's mastery of court politics. In 1615, Cardinal Richelieu, a young bishop of Lucan, skillfully ascended the ranks of power in France. Recognizing the fragility of Queen Mother Marie de' Medicis, he strategically aligned himself with her, leveraging her vulnerability for his benefit. Richelieu's shrewd maneuvering allowed him to survive political upheavals, eventually becoming a cardinal and the de facto ruler of France. His approach underscores the importance of identifying the true power brokers in a court, often hidden behind the throne. Interpretation. Richelieu's success lay in understanding the dynamics of power. By identifying the weakest link, Marie de' Medicis, and playing on her insecurities, he secured a position of influence. The lesson is clear. True power often lies in influencing those who appear to hold it, not necessarily the apparent figurehead. Observance 2. Count Lustig's artful deception. In 1925, Count Victor Lustig, a master con artist, exploited the weaknesses of the wealthy by concocting an elaborate scheme involving a counterfeit money-making machine. Lustig targeted Herman Lawler, a newly rich individual yearning for social acceptance. By appealing to Lawler's insecurities and greed, Lustig artfully swindled him out of a considerable sum. Lustig's success demonstrates the potency of exploiting the dissatisfied and insecure. Interpretation. Count Lustig understood that people with unmet needs are vulnerable. By manipulating Lawler's desire for social validation and wealth, Lustig not only secured a significant sum, but also highlighted the effectiveness of preying on individuals' weaknesses. Observance 3. Catherine de Médicis, control through scandal. In 1559, Catherine de Médicis, facing challenges to her regency in France, devised a cunning strategy to maintain control. Recognizing Antoine de Bourbon's weakness for young women, she deployed an entourage of attractive maids to seduce and spy on him. Catherine's mastery lay in exploiting the personal vulnerabilities of those who posed a threat, ensuring their loyalty through scandal and manipulation. Interpretation. Catherine's flying squadron illustrates the power of exploiting personal weaknesses. By understanding the passions and obsessions that individuals cannot control, she maintained control over potential adversaries, turning their desires into tools of manipulation. Observance IV. Joseph Duveen's artistic persuasion. Joseph Duveen, a renowned art dealer in the late 19th century, demonstrated the subtle exploitation of Arabella Huntington's insecurities by treating her as an equal in high society and gradually influencing her aesthetic taste. Duveen turned her into a devoted client. His success highlights the effectiveness of playing on the need for validation and recognition. Interpretation. Duveen recognized Arabella's desire for social acceptance. Instead of immediately pushing art sales, he first addressed her need for recognition. This nuanced approach allowed him to later influence her taste and turn her into a valuable client. Observance V. Bismarck's appeal to King William's honor. In 1862, Otto von Bismarck convinced King William of Prussia to appoint him as prime minister and build up the military. When faced with opposition from the Queen and liberal politicians, Bismarck appealed to William's sense of honor, pride, and his latent desire for military glory. By playing on the king's insecurities and aspirations, Bismarck secured the king's support for his militaristic agenda. Interpretation. Bismarck's success lay in understanding the king's vulnerabilities. By appealing to William's need for honor and glory, Bismarck manipulated him into actions that served his own goals. Reversal. The danger of stirring uncontrollable emotions. While exploiting weaknesses can be a potent strategy, there is a potential danger in stirring uncontrollable emotions. Timid individuals, when pushed too far, may go beyond your control. Recognizing the limits of manipulating vulnerabilities is crucial to avoid unintended consequences. Conclusion. The observances presented here provide valuable insights into the art of power. By recognizing and exploiting the weaknesses of others, individuals throughout history have achieved remarkable feats. However, this art demands a nuanced understanding, careful planning, and an awareness of the potential risks involved. The quest for power requires not just control, but the ability to navigate the emotional currents unleashed by the exploitation of vulnerabilities.